Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be making some UV resin turtle bezels using abalone shells. So I'm just using these turtle bezels which I got from Amazon, and also these abalone shells from Amazon and Temu. The two larger cases came in a set and those are from Amazon, and the smaller cases were the ones I got from Temu. So I decided that I'm going to do 4 different turtle bezels in this. So this is just how they look. And I'm taking my black Posca pen and I'm going to put a base layer down into the bezel before I put the abalone shells down so that it really stands out. You can use acrylic paint for this, or you could use black resin also, but for speed I'm just using the Posca pen. So I'm just repeating this for all 4 bezels. So this is how they turned out after I've left them to dry. So they're all done and ready. I'm then going to start by taking some of the abalone shells, and I'm going to do the first turtle in these light pink shells. So just taking a small amount, I'm going to put them into my hand and just use my finger to crush them into smaller pieces. And because they're so thin, they're very easy to break. And using my tweezers, I'm just going to place the shells onto the bezels. Now, one thing I did notice with this is any slight scratch of the shell or the tweezers, it did sort of peel the Posca pen away a little bit. So I just tried to place the shells down and not move them very much. So I kind of left them where they fell really. And where I had gaps where the paint had come up slightly, I did just put shells over the top to cover that. So I'm just going to keep adding them in until I'm happy with the look. And I'm not filling them too much because I do want to see some of the black background coming through. So just add in these smaller pieces to fill in some of the gaps. For the second turtle bezel, I'm using these. They look like the kind of classic abalone shells. They look like the normal ones. So I decided to use those for the second bezel. And just doing the same again, taking my tweezers and putting the pieces in until I'm happy with the look. For the third bezel, I'm just using some of these pink shells. And for the final bezel, I'm using some of these sort of bluey turquoisey coloured shells. And this is just how they're looking so far once all the shells have been added into the bezels. And I think these are looking really, really cool so far. So these are now ready to have the layer of resin. So for the resin, I'm using this Lumen UV resin, and I'm just carefully squeezing it into each of the bezels to create a little bit of a dome. You don't want to push the resin out too fast or else it will blow the shells around and you don't want them to move. So just slowly and carefully adding the layer on. If you find any of the shells do move, you can just use a cocktail stick to push them back into place. Then just taking my lighter, I'm popping any of the surface bubbles. So I just gone over it a couple of times. And then I cured these under my UV lamp for 3 lots of 90 seconds. And then they were done. So this is how they turned out. I really, really love how they came out. I think the abalone shells look really, really cool as the turtle shell. And I especially love the turquoise one. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe for more crafty content coming soon. And thank you for watching. Bye.